So I am officially back in Paris. I'm at my Airbnb. That sounded weird. I'm at my Airbnb, and this is not an update I really wanted to be making right now, but I was pickpocketed as soon as I got on the train to come to my Airbnb. So I am without a phone. I have everything else, but they easily just slipped my phone out of my pocket. I was making room, like I needed to get on the train, so I was taking off my huge backpack to make room so I wasn't like in people's way. And I put my phone in my pocket. As soon as I stepped onto the train, I reached for my phone and it was already gone. And the weird part is I had walked to another part of the station to get rid of a guy who was standing like abnormally close to me. I don't think it was him, but I think that's crazy. I'm looking at him like, you look like you want to pickpocket me, and then I end up getting pickpocketed 2 minutes later. So I'm getting ready to leave out in less than 20 minutes. I am going to the Usher concert. It's funny because I had bought my ticket. I bought a ticket last month. It was something I always wanted to do, knowing that I was coming here, and I had gone back and forth with it, and then finally I just pulled the trigger. Like a good ticket popped up. At first it disappeared. It popped back up, and so I ended up buying it. And then yesterday, which was my birthday, I wake up to a text message, and it was from my best friend, and I see a little barcode in the message, and I'm like, oh my God, she bought me a ticket to the Usher concert. So thankfully I was able to sell my ticket, and I'm gonna use hers, obviously. And it was a much better one, but that's not even why. Like, if I would have tried to force her to try and sell her ticket back, because you can't just get a refund or anything through Ticketmaster, it would have been too much. So I sold mine, thankfully, and I am now about to go. I have written directions and instructions. I probably won't be getting another phone until the morning after I arrive back in LA, which is going... It's like I'm fine without it, but I need it for directions. It's not like I'm texting anyone. It's how I get around and occasionally listen to music. And I haven't listened to music or anything on it all day. Had I been doing that, had I had my earphones plugged in, I would have known what was going to happen, or I would have known as it happened. But the one day, I'm not listening to anything. Like literally all day. I went from my Airbnb to the train station, caught a several-hour train. At no point did I listen to anything on my phone. And this is what I get. Anyway, I'll see you guys maybe on the train, maybe once I get to the venue. I'm leaving a little bit early in case I get lost. So that's the sucky update. Alrighty. Oh, I'm an oily mess. I'm gonna give you guys the fit check. Let's see. Is this good? This is better.
So dark into
You guys, I found a croissant with ham and cheese, with toasted ham and cheese. Now, it's cold, but I found it, and I've never seen that ever. And then I got a little orange juice. I just left the police station to file a report for my phone, only because I was able to find my IMEI and serial number, so that'll stop them from being able to sell it. Now, if they want to chop it up and use the parts, they can do that, but they cannot sell it or resell it. And then I activated it as lost, blah, blah, blah. So I don't expect to see it, but you're not gonna profit off of my stolen property. So I'm gonna eat this and walk. I think I'm walking toward the Apple store just to see what they have, because I'm clearly gonna have to get a new phone. But I may stop past Sacré-Cœur and take some pictures, since all of my pictures are now gone. I'm currently making my way back toward the 18th, which is where I'm staying. I'm just retracing my steps back. I found the Apple store. Phones and I think laptops are super expensive. Like, they're more expensive than they are in the States. In the States right now, the 15 Pro Max is like $1,200 or $1,300. Here, I think maybe it's the conversion. I think it's at like 14 or 1,500 euros. I'll have to do the conversion later. It just seemed more expensive when the euro and the dollar are quite similar as far as rates go right now. But maybe that $200 difference is the conversion rate. I'm heading back to where I'm staying so that I can just be in the neighborhood and not try to figure out how to make my way back, because I have an activity this evening. So between now and then, I do want a couple hours to just chill and do nothing. I found that without my phone, I'm like, I already talk to myself. I think most of us do. But I talk to myself like I'm talking to this camera right now. Like, I'll be walking down the street and just say something out loud. Like when I was drinking my orange juice this morning, I was like, oh, this is good. So yeah. Oh, by the way, I picked up some skincare at the pharmacy. I'll show you guys later. It's just some stuff that I had my eye on, and it's a little bit cheaper to get it here. I'm currently at Sacré-Cœur. I actually think instead of going home, I might stop and get something else to eat really quick, but I'm watching Scammer Scam as well, so let me show you. These guys will try and put like a bracelet on your wrist, and then they'll be like, oh, it's free, take it. Now, when this happened to me in Rome, the guy said he was giving it to me, and then he like told me this sob story about his, I don't know why the camera was so close. He told me a sob story about his wife and child, and for some reason I wrote about it, but I can't remember exactly what happened and what made me say, you know what, here, take this bracelet back. So they'll put it on you. They have string ones. I think the guy tried to give me like some kind of copper bracelet. They'll put it on you. They'll say, it's free here. And as they're putting it on you, like, I don't know, they want some type of donation. They try to strong arm you for money. And they're being very aggressive. It's like 5 of them standing in a group on each entrance to the Sacré-Cœur up the steps. It's too much. set the scene for you. I'm on my train. I need to come down by the Eiffel Tower. I'm gonna stop from where I need to transfer. Please tell me, why did the train stop? After a couple minutes, I see so many people getting off. So I get off. I look at the sign on the train. I don't read French, but I know that it says that train is not moving for another hour. And I'm on not a time crunch. I left out a half hour before I needed to be down here, thankfully. But yeah, so I get off the train. I walk over to a map on the wall, figure out where I am, figure out where I need to be. Thankfully, it was just one stop away that I needed to transfer. And thankfully, it was a walk down one street. Now, I'm not even sure that I'm going the right way. But yeah, I end up booking it down that street through the train station. I made it down here in a reasonable time. I just got to make sure I'm going where I need to go. And then we should be going on a Seine River Cruise. Okay, I am going the right way. I just got to make sure I'm cutting through Jardin Trocadero. Gotta make sure there's an exit. It didn't necessarily tell me I was cutting through. I was gonna cut through myself, but I wasn't sure if this was the garden. And what? I'll see you guys at the river. Okay, coming down these steps that I noticed last week, I didn't realize it was an actual path you could come down. Pretty sure I just saw a rat. Thank God I don't have to come back this way. Cruise is over. It was an hour, so they rode 30 minutes, made a turn down another path of the Seine, and then we ended up back on the path that we went down. It was nice and peaceful. My ticket that I bought came with wine or beer. I got a glass of wine. I wish I would have just bought a regular ticket and gotten a glass of champagne, but whatever. I'm a little buzzed. It's a little less than a half hour from when the Eiffel Tower should start sparkling, so I'm gonna wait down here for that and find a nice spot. But I personally am gonna go on the other side of the bridge of the Seine so I can get full body shots of her. So I came to the other side of the Seine and down some steps, and I'm basically right on the water, and here's the view. Unobstructed. If you're new here, you remember like when people were on Maury or Jerry Springer and they'd be like, oh, I'm married to an inanimate object, like a car or a couch or something. I've always wanted to marry the Eiffel Tower, and I'm pretty sure I've said that before on this channel. There she is. Heading out for the day. Heading out for the day on foot. No destination, no plans. Oh my goodness, it was raining a little bit. I hope it doesn't rain again. Because I did not, well, I could run up and get an umbrella, but I don't feel like it. I'm going to, I wish I could say, oh, I'm going to walk downtown. I'm going to walk down toward the Seine. That's it. That's the destination. And probably hang out around the Tuileries. I really love, I can't even say the street I'm staying on. It's like a court, or it's a square. Like the street is called Square or whatever. And on the other side of this garden is another row that looks like this, and it's all encapsulated. And then right when you get on the outside of the square, I don't really like that. But this little pocket of luxury is nice. Oh, update on my skincare. Everything's super light. I have on the SPF. It's not what I expected. And it is just an SPF, not a moisturizer. So I like the way it feels. But I'm considering, because my moisturizer, the La Roche-Posay one, is so light, I'm considering popping in and getting my tried and true jar of Vichy to save for the winter. Because in the winter, even in LA, and LA is super dry, I need a little extra thick moisturizer. So I'm gonna do that today. Y'all, this traffic is insane. Like, gridlock, standstill, nobody's moving. So I'm in Le Jardin Tuileries, and I'm sitting in front of the merry-go-round looking like a creep, just watching it. And I'll pan real quick, but I don't want to get like any kids in the shot. Like, I try not to record anybody, but people walk by sometimes. I'm sitting here for a little while for no reason. I don't know. I'll take breaks every now and then. I don't want to get too tired, but I think I am going to catch the train back home. I need to buy a notebook. I meant to buy one before I left LA because I like to journal, but I also like to journal when I'm traveling. I try to bring a notebook and write every day, usually. Sometimes I don't. But I didn't buy one, and I wonder if like a Zara home or H&M home, somewhere like that would have one. I haven't seen anywhere. If I saw like something in the window, I would have went in and bought it, but I haven't seen anywhere where I can get like a simple $5 notebook. Like, you know, Home Goods and TJ Maxx, they have the good ones. So maybe I'll walk around for that because I really have nothing to do. I do want to, for the first time, it's been 2 weeks, I want to go to happy hour. But happy hours always start at like 5:30 or something. Like in LA, they start at 3 o'clock. Here they start at like 5:30, and that's a weird time of the day where I'm probably like in the house relaxing before I need to leave back out a couple hours later. So it is, it's 1:27. If I move slow enough, I think I can. I want one in a smaller, nondescript neighborhood and not one of these major parts of the city, but we'll see. Y'all, that hunger hit me like a ton of bricks. Like I got to the point that I started shaking. I was walking past that Chinese place and I saw people's plates. It looked so good, and I love Chinese food all the time. The only thing, it turned out to be one of those places where they put your food on the plate when you order and then put it in the microwave. I hate that, but it was okay. So I'm glad I ate. Now I kind of have the itis. That all happened real fast. like hungry, starving, shaking. Now I'm sleepy. It's a little after 4. Somehow I've ended up back on the street that I need to walk back to the apartment. And I want to say I'm going to slowly make my way there, but I walked too fast for that. Along the way, I think I'm going to sit down somewhere for happy hour. I think it is happy hour right now in some places. So I'm going to look out for somewhere to just chill for a minute. I just made the wrong turn, the same wrong turn I made yesterday, but while I was in this area, I just picked up my moisturizer. Now, La Roche-Posay does have one. I ended up getting the Bioderma. It's for dry to very dry skin, and that is exclusively for winter. Especially, like, I'll get dry spots on the side of my mouth. And it's just weird. It's just being in California because I never dealt with dry skin ever. But maybe it also came with age. Who knows? But La Roche-Posay did have one that said dry to very dry skin, which I wasn't necessarily looking for. There was just no in between. There was the normal skin, normal combination, and then dry to very dry. But I didn't get the La Roche-Posay one. It was literally a packaging thing. I really wanted a jar. That's why I was going to get Vichy, because I saw the La Roche-Posay one yesterday, but it comes in a tube, like how the sunscreen I showed you, that type of tube that looks like hand cream. And I just want nice packaging. I also hate this camera will like cut off the top of my head. It won't focus like this. Give you the whole thing. It always goes down to my forehead. But anyway, still looking for a happy hour spot.